Hey everybody, today we're going to go over the selection tool or the rectangle select, and if you see there's a small triangle underneath any of these tools, there's something underneath it too, and the ellipse selection tool. I'll do really quick and I go through these quickly, but they're pretty impressive tools. They're powerful tools if you want to manipulate the actual photograph on the layer. Okay, so I have my rectangle tool. First things first is when you want to look and manipulate a tool like this or a photo like this, you have to make sure that it's not a smart object. And what do I mean by that? If you look at your layers over here, we made a dog in our last video, you're going to see there's a little black square right here, okay? And it's right there, you can see it. That's telling me it's a smart object. I can do certain things with smart objects, but I can't do as much as I want to do with my smart object. And I am in the habit of creating it into what we call pixels or rasterizing it. So a smart object means that I have imported this from my desktop, as you saw, and it relates back to that image and where it's located on your computer. Well, say if I want to take this and go somewhere else with it, I don't want to work on this computer and I want to do it somewhere else, I want to rasterize this. What rasterizing means is it's going to ignore what is happening on my desktop and it's going to make it into pixels. And that's the best way and the easiest way I can get you guys to think about this. So what I do to do that is I right click on the word dog. I don't right click on the picture, but the word dog, and you'll see a whole bunch of things come up here. We'll go through these later, but there's rasterize. I click on it and notice the little black square is gone. It's become pixels. And here's one of the reasons why. So with my rectangle select tool, I click and drag. Notice I have my nice, you can see that I have a nice little cross there that I can use, and I drag. Notice there's a black and white dotted line around it, and that's telling me two things. First thing is everything inside those dotted lines is an active area. I can do whatever I want in there. I can manipulate. I can color. I can do all kinds of different types of things in there, and everything on the outside is considered dead zone or it's untouchable. I'll show you this very simply. I'm going to use a paintbrush. I've got a paintbrush going here. Notice on the outside, I'm going to click and hold. Nothing's happening. But once I get in there, notice it picks up and you can see my purple. Again, one more time, I'll start on the inside. I can click with my paintbrush and notice I can paint. But once I hit that line, it's pretty much a dead zone. Okay? So that's wonderful. Same thing with moving it. I'm here. I can move it. I'm moving just what's on the inside. Everything else stays as is. Notice I'm using my Control Z, people. Now, say I want to get rid of the outside or make the outside active and keep him where he's at, the dog where he's at. I'm assuming the dog is a male, so I apologize if I'm calling him him. I'm just making the assumption. So what I'm going to do is say I want to keep the picture and I'm going to get rid of everything else. I don't want to use the crop tool because it actually crops my actual canvas. I'm looking just to crop my layer. Best thing to do is figure out where I want this and then go select and then go inverse. Now you're noticing I'm going to select a lot because I'm in the selection tools. And I'm going to go inverse. You'll see my dotted line happens way up here, as you can see there. And it's still where it is right now. So notice the outside is active. Oh, where's my paint tool? Oh, I got to select the layer first. It's telling me. How ironic. I love how it's telling me what to do. Notice the outside is active, and notice that's not. So I can go ahead and hit delete, and notice things go away, and I get to keep that right there. Again, I'm going to deselect this, and notice now I have a nice cropped picture. I'm cropping the layer, not the whole thing. Let's go back, come back to what we had. Now say I want to make a perfect square or say a perfect circle. So let's go to the ellipse tool. It's the same thing. I want to make a perfect ellipse selection or a perfect circle. If you're looking for a square or a perfect circle, hold the shift button down and then click and drag and you'll make that perfect circle. Say I don't like where it's at and I want to change the selection. See, I'm a little bit off here. I don't like it. I can go back and kind of redraw it, but yet I can do one other thing. I can come up here to select. I can come to transform selection, which means I can transform it. We just went through transform with the photograph. Notice I have my squares here. I can move them out. I can bring it out like such. Let's just do this like here so you can see this better. I can even rotate it. And on top of that, I can even move it. And once I have it where I want it, I hit my enter button and I pretty much am done. That works with both, any selection, either the rectangle or the elliptical. And then that's it. So that's just those tools. I'm going to stop there. It works well, but the key thing was what I talked about at the beginning, is make sure that your layer is rasterized. Okay. All right, guys, have a good day. Talk to you later.